Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with another fragrance house review. I'm not going to do the whole house today because I have a lot of other fragrances. I only discovered them about a month ago and I already have 7 full bottles because I like them that much. And I bought all these bottles with my own money, just so you know, so I really like this house. But I do want to talk about the first couple that I found from this house. The first one, I got a decant sent to me by my buddy Jim. Shout out to Heart Notes. I'll link his channel down below. Even the bottle of this fragrance is super sexy. This is all from the house of Happyland Fragrances, which is a little indie house. And the first one I'm going to talk about is going to be Happyland Se7en. So I will read you the notes of Se7en, and then I'll talk to you about what you're actually going to smell, because this one fools a lot of people. So the notes in this are citrus, mandarin, neroli, jasmine, rose, pink pepper, amber, musk, and benzoin. What I really get from this is you have like a pretty nice fougere, but I get a lot of amber. I definitely get some benzoin. I get some florals in here. And I get the neroli in there to just round it out so perfectly. So this turns into a really gorgeous fragrance. Like, I don't feel like it's similar to anything that I've smelled, at least, but this kind of makes it seem like it might be a little bit of a freshie, or at least some of the people that I've recommended it to are like, oh, I checked the notes. It's not really something I'm interested in. And I'm like, okay, the neroli is blended in there. It's not, neroli by itself tends to have kind of a sharp, astringent quality, and I understand why a lot of people don't like it. The way that it blends into this makes it really beautiful. It's not a standalone note. This fragrance is blended, in my opinion, to perfection. So smelling this on paper, I really liked it, but the day that I got a decant of it, I sprayed it on skin, and later on, probably like 30 minutes later, I smelled something in the air and I was like, oh my God, what is that? That is so gorgeous. If you get this fragrance, if you get a sample of it, don't bother spraying it on paper. It's a completely different experience. Spray it on skin, give it a little time. This completely transforms, and it is so beautiful. It's these dressed up florals and this amber and a little bit of benzoin to sweeten it up, and neroli to just really round it out and give it kind of that fougere quality. I love it. I think it's an amazing fragrance, and I feel like for me it's like one of, like, if I were to do a video with top 10 date night fragrances in my collection, this would 100% make it. To me, all honesty, this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, and I even like the presentation. This matte black bottle, like, he sells 30 mls and 50 mls. I bought a 50 ml immediately, and I will go through this bottle. I'm so obsessed with it. I just feel like everyone needs to smell it. I've been posting Happyland stuff on my page. I actually got like 4 or 5 people into it immediately. We're doing a live on it pretty soon here. It may have already happened by the time this video posts, but I really enjoy the quality, and out of everything that he sells, this is my absolute favorite, at least that I've smelled so far. And if you were to say you're only keeping 10 fragrances for the rest of your life, this would 100% make the list of 10 fragrances that I'm keeping. I don't want to talk too much about performance, but I will tell you, performance from the house, I don't spray anything more than 4 times because everything is insanely potent. Some of them 3 is the maximum, and some of them I'll do maybe 3 on my neck, the regular, and then I'll do 1 on each arm under a sweater. It is a very potent bunch of fragrances. But without further ado, I want to move to the next one that I purchased. I bought a sample first, and then I bought a full bottle because I really love this fragrance. And this one is going to be Paisley Dreams. This fragrance does not list the note of tuberose, but I totally get a tuberose vibe. Let me tell you the notes that it does list. Ylang ylang, anise, bergamot, heliotrope, cashmere, rose, hedione, rosemary, myrrh, vanilla, sandalwood, amber, honey, and musk. So to me, I think you're definitely going to pick up the heliotrope, hedione, and a little bit of rose. Not jammy rose, kind of a nice fresh rose. But I would definitely say sandalwood is very present, and I know that because it comes off so creamy, and I think you're gonna get a little bit of the vanilla and honey as well. I don't feel like it's honey overdone because I'm very so-so when it comes to honey and fragrance, because I feel like honey can overly sweeten things. You may be able to pick up a little bit of ylang-ylang, but I don't think it's an overdose, because for me, if I get too much of that note, I just get a headache immediately. So to me, this kind of just smells like a sweet tuberose creamy fragrance. Just to simplify it, maybe that's too simple, but that is what I smell. And I get compliments with this one, and it is insanely potent as well. This one for sure, I would say 3 sprays. If you're gonna spray a 4th one, definitely under the clothes. But it's a really potent, really gorgeous fragrance. I would say this one leans feminine in my opinion, but if you were a guy that likes tuberose, I can't imagine you not being able to pull this off, because I don't think it would lean feminine on male skin. But I don't know your skin, so I don't want to suggest anything. I find this one, Se7en, to be completely unisex. Paisley Dreams may lean a little bit feminine, but I would say if you're a male and you've tried this, let me know what you think, because I think a lot of you guys would rock tuberose all day. A lot of you guys rock things like Orchid Soleil. Orchid Soleil is tuberose, and a lot of men rock that one. So I feel like if you would be comfortable rocking that, you could totally rock this. It is just a little bit sweeter to me. So if you were looking for a tuberose fragrance that has a little bit of added sweetness, because I've recommended Memo Marfa to a lot of people and it hasn't been exactly their taste. If that didn't work for you, but you really do love tuberose and you want something with a little bit of a punch, Paisley Dreams, I love it. It's like just easily one of my favorite Sunday brunch scents. And I get compliments on it. I mean, I get compliments from everything from this house, which I love, but this would probably be my #1 or #2 compliment getter from everything I've tried, and I've tried a lot. Again, I have 7 full bottles, and I have an extra 4 or 5 decants of things I haven't bought, but may still end up buying, because there's only been one that I haven't loved. It just hasn't been my taste, but everything else, as soon as I smell it, I'm like, well, not as soon as I smell it. As soon as I spray it on my skin and give it a full wearing, it typically ends up being really up my alley. I don't want to make this video long, but I do want to talk about this 3rd one. I ended up receiving a decant of this one. I didn't order, I never thought about it. I honestly would have never ordered it because it kind of seemed gourmandy to me. And you guys already know I'm not really that kind of person. And the 3rd one is going to be Happyland Homme for the Holidays Decaf Edition. So I'm going to read you the notes in this. Caramel, amber, maple, pumpkin spice, cinnamon, musk, coriander, orange, rose, ambergris, patchouli, labdanum, and soft spices. So this one, when I sprayed it initially, I was like, okay, it's not bad. I like it. It's not really my thing. It's kind of a cozy scent, which it definitely is a cozy scent. But the more I wore it, the more I just thought I have to. This one is another one, 3, maybe 4 sprays, super potent. I feel like I can get away with like up to 5 sprays of Se7en as long as 2 are under clothes. With Paisley Dreams and Homme for the Holidays Decaf, 4 is where I stop. Just because I've worn more, and while I go nose blind to it, it appears that the people at work don't go nose blind to it. So I'm a little bit more cautious about that now. Now, if you're gonna be outside for the evening, I think you could go with like 5 sprays and be fine. This one just smells warm, spicy. I mean, it's exactly what it is. You get a ton of pumpkin spice. You don't get an abundance of sweetness though. I feel like the spice balances out the sweet, and it just kind of gives me this holiday vibe, which, I mean, it's named appropriately, but it kind of reminds me of Christmas or Thanksgiving, kind of just holiday feel all around. It's warm. I do feel like I get the ambergris as it's drying down. That's where it surprised me. In the dry down, I just kept getting wafts of this freshness. Fresh, spicy, and a little sweet. It never got too sweet for me, and I don't know if maybe the ambergris kind of balanced it out. If you are someone who doesn't care for patchouli, I don't pick up a lot of patchouli in this, so I wouldn't worry too much. But the way that this is all balanced out, he adds a little bit of those clean notes like ambergris and musk, and I just feel like they round the fragrance out so well. So while you get like a lot of warm, sweet spice in the opening, the dry down is really balanced, and you're gonna keep getting wafts of a freshness that you don't expect to get. And that's why I had to get it. And again, like if you're going somewhere cold, like I am taking a trip to the East Coast next month, I'm definitely taking this because this is 100% going to cut through the snow. And I want that. It's going to cut through the snow. It's going to get me compliments. People really seem to like it. And I seem to like it. So these are the 3 first full bottle purchases that I picked up from this house. I'm going to go through all of them. I know a lot of people want the difference between Paisley Dreams and Paisley Sky. For me, they do have a little bit of redundancy, but I could own both. I just like this one more. I'm going to eventually bring you another video with another 3, but this video is already pretty long for my liking, so I didn't want to go too hard. And since these were the first 3 that I picked up, I figured I'd do these. I'll do another 3 bottles in another video, and so on and so forth. If you've tried anything from this house, let people know down below. Kind of let people know where you think that they should start, because I think sometimes when trying a new house, it's kind of difficult to kind of nail down where you should start. My buddy Jim sent me a few decants that he made for me, so I got really lucky in that. And then once I picked up my first bottle of Se7en, I added a couple of decants to that. And from there, I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole, but I haven't really found anything that I don't like yet. Again, only 1 out of everything that I've tried hasn't really been my taste, so that kind of tells you a lot. Let me know what you guys think. If you've tried them, let me know. A lot of you have already picked them up based off of my suggestions on Instagram, so comment down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop a new video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!